Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're a new viewer. I know it's been a while, it's been a couple of weeks since I've filmed and uploaded a Plan With Me video in my Hobonichi, but here I am today. So this is going to be a Plan With Me in my Hobonichi weeks for the week of March 18th through the 24th. I'm using this Muji 3.8 gel tip pen in black, and I'm also using this sticker kit from Aria's Daydream. So this longer sticker kit is the functional sampler, and it includes a bunch of labels, checklists, little post-it sticky notes, and then this one is the deco sheet, and the deco sheet is the one that I'm actually really excited about because it includes the date covers and then sticker strips that can cover the bottom and the top. So that's what I'm going to be using today. I thought it would be fun to try out a few different planner shops that are selling Hobonichi stickers. It seems that in the last month, the number of sticker shops selling stickers designed for the Hobonichi weeks has seemed to explode, and so I wanted to purchase from a few shops, try them out, and show you what they look like in my planner. So like I said, this is from Aria's Daydream, and I'll leave the information for this shop down below. I'm using my Hobonichi weeks. This is the same weeks that I've been using the entire year so far. It's just this time I'm not using it. I don't have my Foxy Fix Perfect Fit cover on it. I wanted to show you what the weeks looks like without it. This is the Games Galore cover, and I know it's not a popular one with a lot of people, but I really love this vintage style of the board games, so that's why I wanted to show it off today. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get started by laying down all the bottom washi, or the stickers for the bottom and the top. One thing I think I forgot to mention at the very beginning is that these two sticker sheets I think were purchased separately. So the functional is priced its own amount, and then the deco is separate on a separately priced amount. So I got both of them because I thought that the deco is really a little bit more my style, but the functional I wanted to try out. So here for the sticker that goes at the bottom, you'll notice that there's a little bit of gap, especially with the height of the sticker. So to me, that's not a big deal. I like that there's a little bit of gap or spacing, but just wanted you to be aware if you do end up purchasing from Aria's Daydream that you want to make sure that your stickers are spaced out. And this will be the same for the top as well. The height is not quite so tall as to cover all of the page, and there's a little bit of border or gap around the sticker. Alright, so one of my goals with this sticker sheet was to try and use all the stickers, or as many as possible. So I know for the deco I'm not going to have a problem, but for the functional I don't usually use the checklist, or I use the checklist, but I don't usually use the square and rectangle labels. So I really wanted to challenge myself to try and use more than I usually do. So this layout is going to actually be a little bit different from weeks past. In this week's layout, I'm going to divide the left side of the page in half, and then on the right side of the page where you have that slightly darker vertical line on the left side of the grid page, I'm going to cover that up and create a divider so that you have those square boxes on the left side of the grid page, and then the rest of the space is open for checklists. So this is a strip of washi or sticker that I don't quite know what its purpose is. You'll notice when I laid it down on the left side, even accounting for the date covers, it's too small. So I'm not quite sure what its purpose is for. It is a little bit larger than it is. If you put it on the right side of the grid and account for that darker vertical line, then that washi strip is big enough, but it's otherwise too small to just go all the way horizontally across the page. So I'm a little bit confused as to what those stickers are supposed to be for, and I ended up not using them. What I am doing instead is I'm actually taking the border for this functional sticker sheet, and I'm cutting it out and using that as my vertical sticker divider. So I'm doing a little bit of fussy cutting here to get that very narrow gold glitter border, and I'm just kind of cutting that out here. So while I'm doing this, I just want to talk a little bit about where I've been. So a couple of weeks ago, I did do a video. I filmed a video using a sticker kit from Starfish and Frog, and I'm still going to upload that, but it's no longer going to be a current plan with me. It's going to be one from a couple of weeks ago, and I had filmed it, and then promptly afterwards I got busy, and then that following weekend I was going to upload it late, and then I got sick. Last Saturday, not the one that just passed, but I guess 2 weeks ago, I got really, really sick, like nauseous sick, all day Saturday. Sunday was slightly better, but I wasn't holding down a whole lot of fluids. I wasn't holding down any food, and I think I might have had the flu. I don't know. I thought it was like a stomach virus, and then my husband's like, you should take some medicine, and when I did take medicine, I ended up feeling better. So maybe it was the flu. I've never been officially like gone to the doctor and been diagnosed with it, but that weekend was pretty hellish for me. It's probably the worst I've been sick in a really long time. So I was still feeling really kind of crappy for the beginning of the week, so that basically meant that I ended up not doing any filming earlier this week or last week, and then definitely didn't do any editing or uploading. So definitely I'm feeling better now. I'm still a little bit, you might hear it in my voice, but otherwise I'm doing a whole lot better. Alright, I decided to take the thin gold, do the same thing with a thin gold strip on for the right side, and I'm going to cover up that vertical line. One thing I've noticed in a lot of Instagram posts from planners who have started using the Hobonichi weeks is that they are using that vertical line on the grid side to create these squares, and then they're putting the weather in them. And I think that that's just very interesting because I personally don't record the weather. I find that I'd rather just look at it from my phone the day of, and I usually forget to write it down, and then I don't want to have to go back after the fact and fill it in. So I'm curious, do you keep track of the weather, and for what purpose? Like, is it for you to plan ahead, like you write the weather out for that week, or is it more to keep a record of what the weather has been so when you look back? All right, so kind of going across, what I'm planning to do is on the left side of the page, the far left column is going to be my work schedule, events, meetings, things that are happening. The right side of the left page is going to be, what did I think that was going to be? I think that's going to be social media, and then the square on the squared off section of the grid page is going to be my workout, and then as you can see here, I'm laying down all these different checklists. I was thinking that I could do like a top 4 for each day, like this is what I plan to get done for each day of the week. Here's 4 items. So that was my thinking when I originally placed these stickers down, and I was thinking I also wanted to use as many stickers as possible. One of the things that I do kind of realize later on after I finish this is that I didn't leave any space for me to put down a tracker. And if you followed me in previous Plan With Me's, the last probably month or so, I've been using a tracker because I've been finding it's very useful for me to keep record of what I'm doing and to stay accountable with what I need to get done each day. So I do kind of adjust for that a little bit later on, but so far this is what it looks like. Alright, so I wanted to use another one of these gold strips from the border of the sticker sheet to horizontally break up the weekend between Friday and Saturday. I cut out the bottom border of the functional sampler and realized it was a little bit too short, so what I end up doing is taking the deco sheet and cutting out the gold border from that. So you'll notice there it's just a tiny bit short. I was a little like sad about that, and then I realized, oh, I could just use the deco. And I also wanted to include the weekend sticker. I thought that was really cute. I've done that before in a previous Plan With Me where I have put the weekend sticker between Friday and Saturday, and I always think that it looks really, really cute. So as I said, the last couple weeks I was kind of sick, and then I'm filming this on Sunday, but I'm doing the voiceover on Monday. So yesterday on Sunday, after I filmed this, I went and took the dog to get groomed. We took it to the groomers. She needed a bath, and her hair is pretty long, so she needed to be cut as well. And we go to this one specific groomer because of a few reasons. It's like an hour away, but we go ahead and take the trip anyway because it's a local shop, and our dog Micah really responds well to being in that groomer. She doesn't like get really scared when she goes in. Like, it's just a general friendly atmosphere. They're really nice and careful with her and all of the dogs. And then also it's close by to the IKEA that's closest to us. So it gives us an opportunity to go and visit IKEA occasionally. But we're also limited by the fact that we have to pick up our dog afterwards, and so we can't spend the entire day there, only like 2 or 3 hours, however long it takes us to get her groomed. So we like going to that particular groomer for that reason. So we did that yesterday. We went to IKEA, walked around, and then picked her dog up and went home. So going back to what I'm doing on the screen, I went ahead and put down that calendar box on Wednesday to mark that I have a book discussion or an event on Wednesday. And then these smaller little rectangle boxes are going to be marking my work schedule. So as you know, for those of you who are not familiar to my Plan With Me's, I do like to write down my work schedule. Even though it does not usually change, I am paid hourly, and so I want to make sure that I do record all the hours down just in case something happens, something changes. I am a teacher, so sometimes I might have to sub for another teacher, or if I have to take the day off, there's usually no problem, but then that would affect my hours, and I can fix those hours and write them in. So here I am just writing in all the hours, and then going back to the book discussion. So, perhaps you're watching my book videos. If not, then I'll just kind of let you know that I'm reading this book along with my community, my city. We're doing this thing called, it's kind of like a one reads, where the book group or the community chooses a book for the year, and then the first 3 or 4 months we spend kind of focused on the book, and there's a lot of community events around the themes and book discussions for this book. So Wednesday is the book discussion with the mayor, and I like to go to that one each year, so I wanted to record that down. And then on Sunday there's another book discussion, but it's at one of the local churches, and I don't usually go to church. It's just not my thing, but I was thinking I might attend this one. I haven't really decided. I'm also not sure if I have other plans on Sunday or not. So the Wednesday one I'm definitely going to. The Sunday one I haven't decided yet, so I'm going to just leave that open for now. I also marked in the actual days of the week, like the dates, so you'll see that there on the left side. Now I'm kind of at the point where I don't really have a whole lot to fill in. I still have a bunch of stickers, so I go ahead and use those little like bubbly cloud labels to mark that I'm uploading or videos on YouTube, or that a video is going live on Monday and on Friday. So you'll see me add those in a little bit later. And I have no idea what I'm talking about here. I'm doing a whole lot of hand waving. Oh, one other thing is that this sticker sheet, the functional one from Aria's Daydream, is a little bit shorter than the Hobonichi Weeks, as you can see. So it actually would slide in quite well into the front or the back of the cover, or if you actually wanted to mark, where you are in the Hobonichi Weeks for that week, then the little cloud at the top with Aria Daydream's logo would kind of stick out really nicely, kind of like that Today tab, to just mark where you are. So here I am adding in the bubble labels. So once I'm done adding in the bubble labels and writing in what they're for, you'll see this jump to another clip, and here's where you'll see the changes that I made to account for the missing tracker. So The 4 heart checklist kind of match the days of the week, right? If you go horizontally along the entire width of the planner. And so I took the first heart for each checklist and I turned that into my tracker. I went ahead and wrote morning routine for each one because I thought that morning routine would encapsulate the meditation, the taking medicines and vitamins, the general getting ready for work. So I thought that that would be a good way to kind of simulate a tracker without having to recreate the entire tracker. Plus, I was also thinking, if you look at my previous weeks, I don't use that many checklists. So when I looked at it, I was like, wow, that seemed kind of excessive to have so many checklists. So part of it will be used as a tracker. And then I went ahead and put a little square at the very top with a bow like deco sticker just and wrote in 15 minutes tidying every day, kind of as a reminder to myself that I need to tidy. So the other kind of squares and little sticky notes I might add in on the right side underneath the tidying box later on in the week as things come up. So that's what everything looks like, and that's what the final spread is going to be for this week. So thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're interested in seeing more Hobonichi videos from me. I will talk to you in the comments and see you in the next video. Bye!